When I think of franchises that do a great job at world building, I don't automatically think of the vast Star Wars galaxies or Tolkien's Middle-earth. I don't look to the massive universes of Marvel or DC, the magical world of Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Westeros, the worlds of Pokemon, Skyrim, Runeterra, or even Night City. Instead, I think about John Wick. And I know a lot of fans of those franchises I just mentioned are throwing their hands up, wondering how I could possibly make such an outlandish statement. I mean, any one of these fictional worlds are more interesting and diverse than the world John Wick occupies. This is a world without magic, aliens, superheroes, dragons, cybernetic enhancements. It's just our world, with apparently an unlimited number of henchmen who will just die again and again for whoever is paying them.
Do you know who I am? Have you any idea how many anonymous henchmen I've killed over the years? And look at you, you haven't even got a name tag. You've got no chance. Why don't you just fall down? Go on, son.
The reason I put John Wick above all those war franchises I just named is not because of the world that it has built, but how it does it. The fact that John Wick is basically an underworld in our world kind of makes it typically action. Unlike, say, the Fast and Furious movies, which generally take place within somewhat similar to ours, wherein you have to slightly suspended truth of what cars and humans do. John Wick sort of creates a world in ours similar to Harry Potter, but the distinction is that whereas Harry Potter has a magical world and real or jungle world, John Wick's world intersects with the real world, making the audience constantly question if they're seeing the world that they made, or the world that if this creates a the writer that helps, because John Wick occupies a world that's so close to ours, the audience can understand and recognize the basic rules of the world that's close to ours. Where the rules differ, though, they don't necessarily need to explain them because, again, they're very similar to the rules of the world that we occupy. For instance, at no point do we ever learn what it is that Vigo actually does. In the first movie, we sort of assume that he's some Russian mobster. In the sequel, we learn his brother heads some form of criminal enterprise, but it's never quite clear how Vigo makes his money or what his organization does. Is it drugs, gambling, prostitution, art stealing? It could be any of those, but we don't know. And we're never told because it's not important for us to know. This is something that a lot of movies and stories will do poorly. They'll explain the details that we as the audience don't need to know that are not integral to the story. In general, almost anything that's said at the outreach title card is sort of fill a world with empty space. Information that gets told to us without us really asking. Would it be nice for us to know what Vigo does? Sure. Do we need to know for the purposes of this revenge story for John? No. And so, it's left alone for us to wonder. Say John Wick doesn't operate that shout that the audience assume we'll either remember them later when it becomes necessary, or just telling us so that we know it for fact. Instead, John Wick's universe introduces a question, and the answer is important. For instance, consider all the mysterious elements that introduced early in the first John Wick movie. Jimmy the cop, the cleaning crew. Is any of it explained? No. Does that mean it will never be explained? Possibly. If it becomes important in the future, I'm sure we'll learn more, but for now, it's just a mystery for us. The first time that we, the audience, ever had something directly explained to us is when Vigo offers to know about it. If someone knows immediately we are told what the rules are.
We have a contact there who's willing to take him out for us. Yeah?
How brazen. If they're willing to break the rules of Continental, double the bounty.
You know the rules. No business can be conducted on these premises lest incurring heavy penalties.
So why is this explained to us in such detail? because it is a consequential, important piece of information that we, the audience, cannot easily intuit from our knowledge of how hotels work in the real world. We need to know that Vigo is desperate to kill John, that he's willing to break rules of this society, as well as establishing that the Continental is a safe haven, something that is important not only in this first movie, but in the sequel especially. What's even more important, though, is that as this movie gives us answers, they also beg further questions. What are the rules of the Continental? No murdering or business on the ground. Who enforces these rules? Later in the second movie, we learn that there's an entity known as the High Table. But who and what is the High Table? What gives them power? These are questions we still have not fully answered. So these are questions that make a sequel that further movies more intriguing because we want to learn more about this mysterious world and how it operates. This pattern of answering every question with a new question is what makes for such good world building. It creates the impression that there is always more to discover and uncover, learn about this world. You compare this to worlds like the Star Wars galaxy, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Those worlds are far more expansive, yes, but how often does it feel like something is happening without the main character? This is how you do effective world building. By creating a world that's so deep and expansive, you do get the impression that even when the main character isn't on screen, something is happening. Each time a piece of this little mystery gets revealed, you don't think you've reached the end, but you realize there's even more and more beneath the surface that you want to explore. And that's where the John Wick universe really excels, not because of the wide, fantastic, expansive worlds create, but the depth of the story. And not only that, was John Trudy at the story, but he did how it was reflected in his chart. Trudy says, quote, "You don't create characters so slowly, no matter how fabulous that world may be. You create a story world that manifests in characters, especially in the hero." So, when you look at the world that John Wick occupies, it almost perfectly mirrors the titular character on the surface. It's familiar and mundane. But as the audience learns more about this world, how mysterious and how dangerous it is, it also gets to learn more about John Wick. This is the first John Wick that I give credit for.
You got out once. You dipped so much as a pinky back into this pond. You may well find something reaches out and drags you back into its depths.
It highlights the difference in information between us, the audience, and John Wick. We know nothing about this world or this character, so as he slowly wades his way back in, we get to learn more. But he does so slowly and cautiously because he doesn't want to get sucked back into this world, which, spoiler, he does. And this creates a sense of dread for us, the audience, because we know that John is aware of the dangers that might befall him if he wades back in too deep, but we, the audience, do not. Like a pool, this world of John Wick is so deep that we cannot see the bottom. We're just going along with John, who we hope knows not to wade out too deep. Thanks everybody who's watched. Do the YouTube things of rate and comment and subscribe. Love you all. Thanks for watching, and I will be back next week with another storytelling breakdown. Peace.